welcome to the OT Tip of the Month. Did you know that April is Occupational Therapy Month? With that, I wanted to take a little bit of a step back and provide some context for what we do as occupational therapists across all settings, and then more specifically talk about the role of OT at schools and some of the areas that we support in order to help our students be successful. So first, occupational therapy is a science-driven, evidence-based profession that seeks to enable individuals to live their life to the fullest, despite having an injury or an illness or being post-surgery or a disability. We work with all ages and all abilities. And really our goal is to support people to access meaningful activities in their lives. So you might be wondering, where does occupational come in? Well, think of occupational as either a job or an occupation or how you occupy your time. So as an adult, for me, my occupations include taking care of myself. So I need to get myself dressed. I need to get myself to the bathroom, grooming and hygiene, eating. I have an actual profession and job, which is being a business owner and occupational therapist. But some of my other occupations include being a wife and a mother and taking care of the household. I also have occupations like things I enjoy doing, like yoga and doing art, being out in nature. So those are all of my occupations. So depending on the setting and the age and the ability of the person, and what's getting in the way of them accessing those jobs or occupations, the therapy can look very, very different. I wanted to share with you this really lovely list of how occupational therapists assist all people, no matter their age or their ability. These are the common themes with occupational therapists, is that we are focused on finding out what matters to our clients or the people that we're working with, helping them to achieve their goals, building that independence, and really accessing everyday activities. So in the school, our role is to help our students access their education and their occupations. So they also need to take care of themselves. They need to go to the bathroom. They need to get food or access lunch in the cafeteria. They need to get their coats on and off, in and out of school, or winter gear for younger ones going to recess. They also need to be able to sit and listen and learn. They need to be able to control their bodies and their emotions. They need to be able to appropriately interact with others. So all of these areas fall under our scope of practice. I would say that our primary reasons for referral are either students that have difficulty with behavior or attention or self-regulation skills, or motor skills, handwriting, coloring, cutting. We also can support and do support social skills and play skills, self-care skills, and in older students, we often are supporting that executive functioning. Think of problem solving, controlling their emotions, sequencing, organization, all of those areas we can support. And as OTs, we really try to figure out what is the underlying challenge, what's getting in the way of them successfully completing their occupation. The ways that we help support student success are primarily either environment adaptations, task modifications, or skill building. So think of environment and task modifications as those accommodations or modifications you see on an IEP or a 504 plan. In the environment, there might be ways that we can set things up to support their success. So one example would be if a student is really sensitive to the lights, we might talk to the teacher about using natural light or covering up their fluorescent lights. That's a change to the environment that can help support their success and minimize their sensitivity. We might modify the task. So we'll look at what are they trying to accomplish and what are all of the things that they need in order to accomplish this task. So for example, if they have a math worksheet that they need to get done, they need to be able to sit in their chair and hold themselves upright. They need to have stability in their shoulder, elbow, and wrist in order to write. They need to be able to visually scan and find their place on the page. They need their eyes and hands working together to be able to write. And so we might go, oh gosh, this student is really visually distracted. They can't find their place on the page. We might cover up and just have that first row of the math problems showing so that they can do those first and then move the paper down. That's a way to modify that task, for example. Direct services are where we are directly instructing and building those skills for students. So think of direct instruction with learning to write their letters or accessing assistive technology or learning about tools that help their body to stay calm and feel comfortable and ready to learn. So I hope that this gave you a little bit broader understanding of our role as occupational therapists and how we can support students in the school environment.